What's going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video review. Today we're going to take a look at Rescue from Avengers Endgame, and if you want to pre-order this figure, head over to BigBadToyStore.com. I'll put the link down below. So if you have listened to any of my podcasts or streams or videos whatsoever, you know that Rescue is on my radar. Not only her, but Professor Hulk, Brothor, anyone basically from Avengers Endgame, Iron Patriot and all that stuff. Eventually I want to own all of them, but being honest, you know, they cost a lot of money. So I have a certain price point, and if they don't get to that price point, I'm okay with it. You know, I'm at peace if I don't get them. She happens to be one of them. So I don't need to tell you guys what happened. You probably guys know if you're following for a while. If not, you know, go back and watch some of the streams. But I got her for the price that I wanted to, and I'm happy about it. Finally got her, and you can see it is pretty cool. The box is actually a little smaller than I thought it would be. It's also lighter, you know, because whenever I unbox diecast, I'm anticipating that heavy box and that feel. I didn't get it this time, but it's all right. You know, it's all right. It still feels pretty good. And you got that second tray at the bottom. You got the manual and all the, you know, the bells and whistles that comes with this figure. The stand is, you know, nothing special, but you see all the batteries and I don't know what you call it. It's the blaster effect, I guess that's what you want to call it. And that thing in her back, who knows what you call those, but yeah. And then this base, and that is pretty much it. So we'll take a closer look at the accessories. Typical Iron Man figure. You got articulated hands outside of the fisted hands you already have. And then you got the repulsor hands as well, which is kind of fixed in that repulsing blaster position. This is typically my go-to hand, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. And we got this nice blasting effect, if we want to call it, and it has some sharp edges, as you can see here. Nicely colored as well. I don't know what you call this, paint teal or bluish thing. It does have a little bit of weight into it. And I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but you can see some handprints in there. And I believe, well, I didn't read the instructions, so I barely read the instructions, but this is where the repulsor hands kind of like goes in. That those grooves are for the fingers, so she can hold this nicely. I wouldn't suggest doing it for a long period of time though. And this is the what do you call that, the facial head sculpt with, you know, when you take out the mask, you can see the face there. And this is the back panel where you could just attach this I don't even know what you call this. I should have made a research first. I'm gonna actually go to Big Bad right now and look at this the name, but it is nicely done. You know, there's a lot of details in it, and as you can see here, you just kind of key this inside that hole, and you put this on her back, and there you go. She kind of have wings, and she can fly now. Or yeah, is this some? So basically, when you put this in, she's kind of like Mark 85 now. You know, remember Mark 85 kind of has that I don't know, kind of like a thing in his back. And this is the stand, nicely done as well. It has some texture on the front, on the top, so it's not smooth. So that's good, because diecast normally can kind of like scratch on, you know, bases. And as far as the color scheme is, you know, concerned for this, you know, I like it. It's not too striking, not like Iron Man because it's red and gold, but purple and gold, you know, nice combination right there in my opinion. As far as, you know, inputting the batteries, if this is your first Iron Man figure, you know, it is a bit difficult. You see the Stark Industries on her hand. And you know what to expect, you know, but it's not as bad as back in the day. You know, back in the day, you gotta, if you guys have been collecting for a while, Mark 43, there's like some, you know, panels that you gotta take off. The head sculpt it's magnetized, it's beautiful. On the back, that's one thing that maybe they could have done a little bit better, because she got this wings, I guess if you want to call them, or panels in her back that you all gotta lift up to get into that battery compartment slash switch, and I'm not a big fan of that. Yeah, I don't want anyone to go into all those hassles into getting in there. So, and then going down here, you see her legs, nicely done in there. and there's a lot of articulation here. But let's focus first on the sculpt, which is nice. This is the head sculpt, so you can turn on her light up functionality just by lifting this little thing up. I mean, it's harder because I am, you know, there's a camera in front of me, but it's actually easier than that. And it's pretty bright. As you can tell right here, it's nice and bright. And it's pretty easy to install the batteries on the head sculpt, I must say. You know, I didn't have much trouble with it. And going around here, and the sculpt is beautiful. I mean, it is rescues. It's Iron Man. So I guess one of my motivation is she's technically not Tony Stark. And even though a lot of people might look at this as another Iron Man figure, she's not. You know, she's not. She's Pepper inside. So she's also smaller, which we would do a comparison video there. So she's another character that we might not see ever again. Or even if we do, that's fine. Because we got like, what, Iron Wars coming up with Disney Plus. I don't know when Up is. But I love Endgame. You know, I consider Infinity Wars as Endgame as well. You know, that's one movie to me. So if I can collect everything without doubling the characters, you know, that's my goal eventually. And here is the Pepper Potts head sculpt, which I think is pretty good. I feel like this is a little bit better than the combo back then in Iron Man Mark III, where she was I think she was being sold by herself, or with the 2-pack with Mark X. And I don't know, like I feel like the face sculpt is better. It's still not 100% perhaps. I don't have, unfortunately, the only picture that I can find her was she's in this ground pound pose, which I'm not going to put her in there because the angles are going to be different and all that stuff. 'Cause, you know, normally when I do this comparison, I do the fade in out. Can't do it here, unfortunately, but you know, it's still pretty high quality in my opinion here. So you have a better look at Pepper, Gwyneth Paltrow, which I think, you know, they did capture the likeness. I like it. And as far as this sculpt, you know, you can just, this faceplate, put it in, but you got to push the bottom. You see that little tab at the bottom? It kind of snaps. So just make sure you push that in, but you also don't want to break it. So just be careful. Just watch it. When you do it, once you push it in just lightly, you know, you'll hear a snap. So I don't know if I'm going to use this or the light up one. You know, we'll see. I did include the batteries. I always do install my batteries. So, and then here we go with the ground pound post. Like I said, you know, this is the only, she has a picture online, but yeah, I mean, I can't replicate that post. This is the thing with Hot Toys heroic poster like this, the landing, it's only good in one angle, like this angle. If you rotate and you're live, it doesn't look as good. So let's put her in a different pose here, like a flying pose, and like she's shooting, you know, enemies and all that stuff. I think it looks good. You got her thing on her back. You're flying here, and the only thing that is missing here is Mark 85 on her back, which we would see later on. But she's so articulated. And well, as a matter of fact, to be fair, most diecast Iron Mans are. That's why they are the most popular from Hot Toys, and they're just fun to have. They're also super expensive, like this lady right here. But I have this theory, and only time will tell, but I feel like her, if you just wait patiently, I don't know, and we have different meaning of patient. Her, Professor Hulk, Brothor, and the other ones, I feel like if you just wait long enough, you would get them at a decent price. Whatever the decent price means, I don't know, but I got one. So, you know, just shows you that patience sometimes pays. And I didn't even wait it that long. She's not even here, I believe, in the United States, at least the local retailers. So, but yeah, I have high hopes for Smart Hulk or Professor Hulk as well. I believe he's next because he's big and he's not gonna move that much, in my opinion. So I could be wrong though. Could be wrong. Been wrong so many times before. So, but hey, if you like the figure, go pick it up right now. You don't have to do it right now. I don't think it's gonna sell out or anything like that. But you know, and I believe same goes with her. And here she is, right next to Iron Man Mark 85. I put them in one pole, as you can see here, because my rotating table is not table. My turntable is small. It's just for one figure. So I figure I was like, you know what? I might as well put them together and have them rotate, and I think they look good together. They look fantastic right next to each other. And yeah, here we go. Xenob Mark 85 with this pose. And Rescue in his back as well. I love that scene when they went back to back and started shooting enemies. It's the Outrider, I think you want to call them Outrider. But yeah, and height comparison wise, their base is pretty much the same, but you can see how big 85 is, like how bulky he is from shoulder to shoulder. Also height wise, and he's kind of like slouching here, but you get the idea here. Because as far as height, you know, if you want to do that scene towards the end where it's women power, I don't have all of them, so I just put in here what I do have. I do have Captain Marvel, not on that look, but I wish I have Shuri and, you know, Scarlet, and is that I forgot who's the Mantis on the back. You know, I don't have all of them, and even if I had every chance in the world back then, I just didn't buy them. I've always felt that, I don't know, like they're gonna go lower for whatever reason. They didn't, but again, those are one of those purchases that I missed that I'm at peace with. I'm okay. But there you go, guys. Here is Rescue. So is this a must-have? Yes, that's the question. Well, the easy answer is if you're a fan of Rescue, then it is. If you're just sort of a fan like myself, I think for the right price, because you got to ask yourself, how much are you willing to pay for Rescue? Because if you buy her, I mean, if money's not an object for you, go ahead, go buy her. But if you have like a limited budget, I would hold off and see where it leads you price-wise. I don't think she's gonna sell off, honestly, or sell out right away. So I believe you can wait and get a good deal on it. I know if you've been listening to me for a while, you've had a good deal. You've had a good deal, and for me, that's a deal. Depending on how you look at the deal, it's up to you. But is it worth 400 something? I guess I wouldn't want to pay for it for that price, but I guess, yeah, you can make that argument. You know, if she didn't go that price that I wanted to, would I buy her? No, I would not. You know, and if I miss her, I miss her. That's my mentality towards her. And the other figures that I mentioned, to me, she's not like Endgame Cap, which is Endgame Cap you must buy. 85 battle damage, you must buy that. Other than those two, it's a luxury. You know, I do, like I mentioned earlier, I want to own every Endgame figure, but she's a nice figure. Let's put it this way. If you could, go ahead and grab her. So thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully this video helped you out, at least visually, or you know, price-wise. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you like this kind of videos, give it a thumbs up. You know, do me a favor. It really does help the channel out. We're constantly growing here. And also, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch. And I will see you guys in the next video.